Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Everybody, please respond to me, guys. All of you get my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Am I audible? Am I audible? Please confirm to me, guys. Am I audible? Right. Right. Good morning, guys. Sorry for the delay. And one small information to you. Then I have some back-to-back classes right from morning 6 o'clock onwards. So at 8 or 8:15, I have to stop the class, and I have again I have to come back to the class. That's why. So what I'm telling there, don't come exactly at 8:30. Okay, then come maybe at 8:40 or 8:45 like that. Okay, unless you are waiting here up to 10 to 15 minutes of time. As well as possible, I'll come here and I will take the class now. Okay. Right, sir. Then tomorrow onwards, come here at 8:40 or 8:45. In the worst case, by 8:45, I'll start the class. Okay. All right. So let's move on to the content here, what we are discussing. So introduction part, today here we have to start. That introduction content is like what there? Java history. This topic here we are going to start today. All right. Can understand it. It is a starting point for core Java. We are going to start it. Then up to now, just have given some overview of all the content clearly. Okay. Right. Sir. Now let's move on to the content. First one is very first topic is what there? Java history. Java history. That is the topic. Try to understand it. From this Java history, what we are going to understand, what we are going to get clarity from this Java history, we have to understand it. Nothing, sir, very simple. In the point of interviews, in the point of project development, this topic is not much useful. But before going to start Java programming language learning process, it is a minimum responsibility for us to know what is the background story for Java programming language. What is going on? Why Java was introduced into the market? So these concepts here we have to understand minimum, right? For this particular reason, I have taken this particular Java history content. Just it is purely background story of Java programming language. It's purely like what their background story of like what Java programming language. Right, sir. Let's understand the point here. I'm asking one question there straightly. Tell me on which year Java programming language was introduced. Exactly, on which year the Java programming language was introduced by Sun Microsystems? 1996 January 23rd. 1996 January 23rd. In general, most of the people are thinking Java was provided in 1995. No, it is not 1995. It is 1996 January 23rd. Please recognize this, what I am telling you now. Clear. In 1996 January 23rd, the very first version of the Java was introduced, in the sense when Java programming language preparation was started. When Java programming language preparation was started by Sun Microsystems, when they started to prepare this programming language. If we come for this point, now I'm giving some clarity, try to understand it clearly now. In 1991, in which year? 1991, Sun Microsystems had a requirement like to prepare a new programming language to prepare softwares for the electronic consumer devices like cable TV switch boxes, comma, remote controllers, and so on and so on and so on. Come again, what's the point I said to you? In 1991, Sun Microsystems had a requirement to prepare a programming language to prepare softwares for the electronic consumer devices like cable TV switch boxes, remote controllers, and so on. This is the initial requirement of the Sun Microsystems in 1991. By the time C programming language, C++ programming languages were available. In 1991 only, newly Python programming language was provided. But Java people are not having any concentration on Python. They had the main focus on what their existed programming languages like C and C++. Mainly, they have taken the base to prepare this new programming language is what? C and C++. They have taken base only, but they didn't provided this new programming language as it is C and C++. They found some drawbacks with C and C++. They eliminated the drawbacks and useful features they included from C and C++ inside what their Java also. But mainly they're having a different calculation about to prepare this new programming language. Yes, sir. Are you forgetting that much? Right, sir. Good. So this is the story in 1991. They had a requirement like this. So as per that, what they have done there. All right, sir. Now, to prepare a new programming language, observe carefully, to prepare a new programming language, Sun Microsystems has gathered nearly 30 engineers. Sun Microsystems has gathered nearly 30 engineers led by James Gosling, and Patrick Nathan. Understand it clearly. They are the two members are the lead for this 30 members team that is gathered by Sun Microsystems to prepare a new programming language. And Sun Microsystems has started, and the Sun Microsystems has started a project to prepare new programming language. That is, the name of that project is what their green project. The name of that project is what their green project. That's it. This is the very first one here, what I'm giving clarity. To prepare a new programming language, Sun Microsystems has gathered nearly 30 engineers led by James Gosling and Patrick Nathan, and Sun Microsystems has started a project to prepare a new programming language, that is green project. That's it. Up to now, the setup they have done, the remaining part is what that they have to start to prepare new programming language. But observe carefully, before going to start to provide implementation for new programming language, before providing new programming language implementation, first they need to have a proper plan. To prepare this new programming language. First, they need to have a proper plan to prepare this new programming language. What should be the proper plan here? They need to have, that means plan in the sense, they need to have some idea, what idea they required to prepare this new programming language. What idea is they want to have to prepare this new programming language. All right, sir. Now, if we understand these points clearly, then what is the point here I'm telling to you? Please come. Can you please open the door? 1 minute. Yeah, please come. That's it. Thank you. Java demo class. Java demo class. Come inside. Okay. Let's move on to the punch here. To prepare a new programming language, Sun Microsystems wants to have a plan. What features they want to include in their new programming language? What features they want to include a new programming language? All right. First of all, they want to have a proper plan for it. Understand this plan here? What I'm telling you now. All right, sir. Now understand it clearly. To prepare a new programming language, Sun Microsystems wants to have the following features in the new programming language. What features they want to have in the new programming language? If you observe this, point number 1. They want to prepare a simple programming language. They want to prepare a tight-coded programming language, and they want to prepare an architectural neutral programming language. Mainly, they are the 3 features they want to see, they want to have in their new programming language. To prepare a new programming language, Sun Microsystems wants to have the following features in the new programming language. What features they want to have there? A simple programming language, tight-coded programming language, architectural neutral programming language. They are the 3 features they want to have there. It's okay, good, nice. After this, now understand it clearly. What is the meaning of simple programming language? What's your understanding about the simple programming language? What is the meaning of it? Observe carefully. Simple in the sense they provided mainly 3 factors. 3 things mainly they're focusing. What are the 3 factors here? They focusing mainly on a simple programming language. First one is less execution time. First one is what there? Less execution time. That means our programming language applications, our new programming language applications must take less execution time. Point number 1. Another one is like what there? Less memory. Our new programming language applications must take less memory. Then after that, less power consumption. Then it seems it's funny to talk about this power consumption in the programming languages. Even myself also I thought like that initially, but they had given some kind of relationship with that, relation with this particular point. After understanding that, I thought of it, okay, this is also one of the factor. But most of the people, they may forget about this one in the introduction content. But it's also one of the factor here. What Sun Microsystems thought of it, that simple programming language, overall 3 factors they included. First one is less execution time, less memory, less power consumption. These are the 3 factors what we are having clearly. Sir, got it or not? Now here, what is the meaning of this less execution time now? What we are thinking about the less execution time here? Right, I'll give some point here, now try to understand it clearly. For example, listen, in general, I used to give the same example. Try to understand it clearly. When I'm watching some football match in a TV, for example, I got a call from my friend. It's a regular call. Then he asked to me what you are doing at present. I said to him, just I'm watching a football match in between, like England and Argentina, or Argentina and Brazil. The match is going on smoothly. Just I'm watching it. Then he asked to me, what is the status of it? I said to him, it's a boring match. Nothing, no one is getting goals. Match is going on. Within 5 minutes, it's going to be completed. But no one is having goals. Everybody is fighting for final goals. Okay, good. Then immediately my friend has given information to me. Are a fool. Why you are watching that football match now? There is a cricket match between India and Pakistan. in a Star Sports 2 channel. Why you're not watching that match? Why you watch this boring football match? No, immediately change your channel and watch that cricket match. Almost all that cricket match is in a final stage, the climax situation. Already, Pakistan were batted first. They got nearly 321 runs. Now Indians were already started batting. Now almost all 49 overs are completed. Only one over is remaining. In that single over, Indians have to get 21 runs. Dhoni is on one side crease and Ishant Sharma is at another side crease. Then why you are watching this football match? No, please watch this cricket match. You may get fun. Okay. As per my friend says, I've taken my remote controller. I clicked on the Star Sports 1 channel number 72, for example. Now at present I am in ESPN channel. I want to switch my channel to the Star Sports 1. There I've taken remote controller. In that remote controller I typed 7 and 2 channel number. Just I'm waiting for the cricket match. Unfortunately what happened, I don't know where is the problem. My TV is not immediately switching the channel. It takes some time. Took some time there. After some time, the channel was changed. When the channel was changed, where I observed the status of the cricket match, what I found there, instead of having the last over match now, then I identified that man of the match presentation there. India won the match. Dhoni is getting man of the match, man of the series also, for example. Finally completed. But I thought of it, I lost my cricket match, at least last 4 balls, last 3 balls, last ball winning actually. So at least that last moments, at least I'm able to watch it. If the TV is switching the channel immediately. I thought of it, I thought bad about it. Then I'm thinking about it, where is the problem? Where is the problem? Why it was not switched immediately? After typing 72 channel number, why it is not switching immediately? Where is the problem actually? The problem is not with my friend giving late intimation. The problem is not with me watching that football match. The problem is not at all with my TV set. But where is the problem? My problem is available with the remote controller. Remote controller is not responding immediately. Okay, what happened internally? Why it is not responding immediately? What happened internally? If you think about it, when I type some number 7 to something else on remote controller, internally one program has to be executed. To change the channel, internally a program has to be executed. Unfortunately, that program execution is going on slow. The program execution is going on with a bit delay, not executing immediately. Means that program execution is not fast. Program execution is what they're totally slow. The program execution is taking more execution time, not less execution time. So because of that reason, what happened? That remote controller was responding slowly. When it is in a slow manner, automatically end product response is not good. We are unable to get our accurate services with this remote controller. I may feel bad about this remote controller. I may need to take 1 second this remote controller. Understand the point clearly? So where is the problem actually? Inside the remote controller, whatever the program is available to switch the channel, that program execution is delayed. That program execution is slow, completely slow program execution is going on. Because of this particular reason, I'm unable to get my required services on time. So here the point what we have to recognize, if the program execution time is very high, performance will be down. If the program execution time is less, more performance care we are able to get. Execution time is less, more performance. Execution time is more, less performance care we are able to get. Got it or not? So less execution time, always they are thinking, in order to get more performance, to get what their more performance, they provided less execution time. They want to implement less execution time on their new programming language. Everybody understand this point clearly? It's okay, fine. After that, lesser memory. Then what next one you know? Lesser memory. Right. What is the impact of this less memory? We can understand clearly. Right, sir. Try to recognize this point, no? All of you, observe carefully. For example, listen carefully. For example, already I'm taking the Java classes. My system, my laptop is somewhat old, so I want to change my laptop. Now, present laptop is not going on good, so I want to change my laptop. I want to buy a new laptop. So I'll go to some computer shop. When I enter in the computer shop, there is a representative for me. Just he asked to me, so what I have to do there? Now tell me like this. I inquired about it. I want to take a good laptop now for the sake of Java programming. I asked him. Then immediately he has taken a quotation paper. He has given some quotation about my laptop. In that quotation, what he has included there? Motherboard, operating system, and like what next one here? Hard disk, then after that RAM, then everything he included. Finally, he said to me, the cost of the laptop is 50,000. He said to me, the cost of the laptop is what there? 50,000. The Lenovo basic model only. It's okay. Lenovo, then i5 processor, then 10th generation or 11th generation or whatever it may be. So he has given some quotation. See, then operating system is not at all bother to me. Processor is also be not at all bother to me. But what is the matter for me now? RAM memory is a matter for me. Why? Because I observed it in the quotation paper he provided. The RAM size is only 8 GB RAM. Okay, 8 GB RAM is sufficient for Java programming practice. In the point of students, it's okay for you. In your system, 8 GB RAM is more than sufficient. Don't go for more than that. Don't go for unnecessary investment, unnecessary consumption, money. 8 GB RAM is sufficient. But my situation is different, no? My situation is a teaching, right? Time is very, very important. And immediately I need to install the softwares. Within seconds of time, I have to install the softwares. I get my point or not? So my system performance, I want to have a fast. The fastness I want to have in my system. Why? Because inside the classes, I need to show installations and everything. In general, some softwares installations are going on, like what there, some softwares installations are taking longer time, but I'm not going to have that much of patience inside the classes now. And immediately I need to install the softwares. The softwares must be installed immediately. So I need to take somewhat more RAM in my computer. I requested to the shop person there, 8 GB RAM is not sufficient for me. Better make it is 16 GB RAM. Better to make it is what there, 16 GB RAM. Okay, sir, why not? Then I'm able to make it is 16 GB RAM. He striked off 8 GB RAM. In place of it, he has given 16 GB RAM. I feel very happy. But immediately what happened there? At the end of the quotation list, cost of the computer 50,000 previously. He striked off even that one also. He said to me 55,000 now. 8 GB RAM, 50,000. 16 GB RAM, 55,000. What's the meaning of it? When memory is increased, cost of the end product is increased or not? Memory is a costful component or not? Because of this reason only, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language whose applications must take less memory. Its applications must take what memory there? Less memory. In that way, they want to have a new programming language. Sir, all of you get my point or not? So that less memory is a punch we can understand. So Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. It must take less memory for the execution. If it is less memory, then less cost for the end product. Lesser cost for the end product. I'm asking one question to all of you. Try to answer for it. Apple phones are available in outside. Samsung phones are also available in outside. Whose selling is more in India? Come again. Samsung or Apple? Samsung. Why? What is the reason for it? Cost is a matter here. Apple, that means iPhones, if we take now, it's a minimum cost is like what there? Minimum cost is a lakh or 1,20,000, 1,25,000. I think so might be at present iPhone 14 Max Pro is available. So 1 TB is a ROM, and almost all then 8 TB or 16 GB like this. What the RAM? Its cost is 1,78,000 as of now. Then where memory wise, here also we can identify the memory cost. Say for example, 8 GB RAM and 128 GB ROM is available, 1,27,000. So more than 1 lakh only. But if we take Samsung basic model, like what there, 8 GB RAM, 128 GB hard disk, if we take no, its cost is on around 20,000, 20 or maybe 22,000 like this. If increase memory, like what there, for example, 256 GB, I think so 256 GB RAM, that system is not available with the Samsung. Understand my point here now? Okay. And outside of India, they're available, but inside India, they're not available. Max, this is the cost here now. Understand my point here? But if you go for the Note S or Note some other versions there, the cost will be high. But as per the Indian market, see, the cost is a matter. Definitely, customer will think about the cost of the product. So because of that reason, as much as possible, the cost must be provided in the minimal level that must be comfortable to the customers. So if you want to reduce the cost of the end product, that product cost must be reduced. To reduce the cost of the product, no, we have to execute all of your software within less memory. If memory is increased, cost will be increased. Memory is reduced, cost will be reduced. That's why Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language whose applications must be run under the less memory. If it is in less memory, less cost for the end product. Are I forgetting my point or not? Good. Next one is less power consumption. Understand how they are relating with this power consumption like this. I'm giving some example. Right, sir. For example, if you take any remote controller or any electronic device, if you identify there, inside this electronic device, two components are available. What are the two components in every electronic device? No, one is software, another one is what their hardware. One is what their software, another one is what their hardware. Yes, sir. Are you getting it or not? Two components are available, software and what next one? No, hardware. Two things are available. Then what is this software and what is this hardware? What is a relation between these two? No? Say for example, if you take a human body, just I'm asking one question there. What is your day-to-day activities regularly? Now tell me. For example, when we wake up, when we are in bed, when we wake up, then what the next moment, you know, you may go for brush. Then after that, you may go for like what there, breakfast. Then what next one? Coming to institute, attending the class, leaving from institute, maybe passing some time. Next at 12:30 or 1 o'clock lunch. Then after that, maybe some kind of other work or maybe sleeping up to 1 hour of time. Is that sleeping up to 1 hour of time? Daytime sleeping 1 hour is mandatory or not? No, it's a bad habit. Daytime sleeping you have to avoid. Don't go for it. God has given two timings clearly for us: daytime, nighttime. Daytime is for working, nighttime is for sleeping. Unfortunate thing is people are reversely doing this at present now. Now this is against to the nature. Because of these reasons only you may get the problems, long-term problems, diabetic or blood pressure and all these things now. The God has given clear-cut information. Daytime 12 hours of time you can work, 12 hours of time you can sleep. That's clear-cut information. But unfortunately nowadays people are conducting night shift jobs. So my sincere advice to all of you know, don't go for night shift jobs. Even if you are doing that, please stop it. 2 minutes of time I'm taking now. Just it may be useful information. See, health is very, very important. Next one only money and all the things now. Even though if you have 100 crores of rupees, if you are diabetic patients, what is the situation now? Is it possible for you to take at least one speed because of that 150 crores now? Nothing. So the most valuable thing in our personal life is what there? Your health. Money is secondary. Don't think about money. Money is secondary. First of all, you must have a long life. Understand my point? That's why In the working time, you have to work. In the resting time, we have to rest. That's it. Night time, don't go for any other work. Just take rest. Sleep. Sleep is the perfect medicine for all the diseases. So real I'm taking there. 1 minute of time I'm taking now, but useful information I'm telling there. The perfect medicine in our life is what they're sleeping only. Sleeping only. No other tablets, no other English medicines, no other like Ayurvedic, no nothing. Only the perfect medicine for you is what they're sleep only. I'm telling one point, please remember this point here. Maybe as much as possible, try to follow this if it is possible for you, but no force. But giving information is my responsibility. I'm telling to you, everybody, don't take your mobile phone in your hand after 9 o'clock. Up to morning 5:30 or 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock. Don't touch your mobile phone. It's the biggest problem nowadays. If people are having 2 minutes of time, they're taking mobile phone and they're watching. Even how people are habituated for it now, they don't have any messages, they don't have any information there. Casually, they're taking mobile phone, just they open lock and they're refreshing it. I don't know what is the reason for it. They're not, see, already they had some kind of notification alarm. If anything is available there, then you're able to identify it, you're able to see that. But what people are doing that, they're taking mobile phone, just refreshing that screen. I don't know what's the reason for it. It's unnecessary button to your phone also. Lifetime of your phone will be reduced. If it is required, then only use that. Otherwise, don't use that. And my sincere advice to all of you, if it is the case, as much as possible, better to maintain one small 1500 rupees phone. That is more than sufficient. But for me, it is a different situation. That's why I'm using it. In my mobile phone, I have to monitor each and every activity at Durgasoft. That's why I'm using some high-end model. Almost 1.5 years back now, my phone is only 1500 rupees phone only. Because of tracing all the activities, I've taken this iPhone. iPhone is somewhat better for CC cameras visibility, and that's why I think otherwise I'm not interested for it. Understand what I'm telling there? Okay, leave it. Final thing, what I'm telling there, sleep is very, very important. Have proper sleep. At this stage, you will not get any problem. After 35, at the age of 35, definitely you will be impacted. So for that purpose, I'm telling to you, I'm requesting, not request, I'm giving suggestion. Want to follow it? It's okay. That depends on your option here. Everybody must have minimum 1 hour, 1 hour of time. Exercise is mandatory nowadays as per the conditions. That may be in any of the form. That may be in the form of walking, that may be in the form of running, that may be in the form of gym, or whatever it may be. 1 hour of time, physical exercise is mandatory. First priority, go for gym if it is possible. But continuity is important. 1 month of time we spend the time there, next month of time I don't want to go, in the sense unnecessary problems will come. Avoid it if it is a case. That depends on your stability. Second thing is what there, running, preferable, most preferable. Running is also the problem is what there. Every day people are not going to be run there. Maybe some days, some other days, no. Leave it, okay. But the third, the most preferable thing is what there, walking. If you are unable to run, walking is mandatory, definitely. You may ask one question, sir, every day I'm walking there in a daytime. No, the daytime walking is not countable. Early morning 5 to 6 o'clock is the perfect time. Early morning 5 to 6 o'clock is the perfect time. That schedule we have to do. Remaining time, whatever the things you want to eat, you can eat it. Whatever the things as per your health condition, we can eat anything. But every day morning 5 to 6, if you walk, if you are able to walk, your health will be good. I think it may be useful for you. That's why I'm telling you. At some other time, I will talk about it clearly. But proper sleep you have to maintain. Night time, don't touch mobile phone at any cost. Okay, all right, sir. It's okay. Leave this point here. Now coming to our point here. Why I'm discussing about all these things? The point is like what there. What's the point I'm telling there? Less power consumption point of view, I'm telling that. Okay, fine. If you take human body, for example, in human body, two types of components are available. You can understand it clearly. One is your hands, your legs, and a mouth, all the parts in our body. They are nothing but hardware components. Whatever the parts which are available in our body, they are nothing but what their hardware components. Understand it clearly. For example, I want to walk. Just I'm thinking I want to walk. Immediately I'm standing, I'm walking, right? Now understand it, no? How our hardware components are getting information. Now we have to walk, do some action, perform some walking. How we got that information there? Who has given that information to your hands and your legs and your all the body parts? No, who has given that information? Brain has given that. Your brain is a software. Your brain is a software. All of your components are what? Their hardware components. Brain is giving instructions to your various parts, then immediately your parts are taking some action. Similarly, in every hardware, in every electronic device, two components are available. One is the software, another one is what? Their hardware. What is the job of the software and what is the job of the hardware? If you observe this, for example, remote controller I've taken. When I type 7 and 2 number, software will listen that action, user action. Software will recognize user activity. Then immediately it will give intimation to the hardware component to do physical actions. Understand my point here now? Software will listen our intention. Software will give an intimation to the hardware components. Hardware components will perform the physical action. Say for example, the TV set is running. I want to stop the TV. I want to switch off the TV. What I will do, I will take remote controller where red color button is available. I'll click on red color button. Then who will listen first to that action? Software will listen that action. Software will give an intimation to the hardware. User wants to switch off the TV. Then please do it immediately. Then hardware component will switch off the TV. Who has taken that physical action? No. Who is performing that physical action? No. Hardware component is performing physical action. But who is giving information to the hardware component? No. Software. From where software is getting that information there? From the user. Sir, I'll forget my point or not. Now tell me, in any electronic device, software and hardware two components are required. They must have some interaction or not? The software component and hardware component both must have some interaction or not? That interaction needs some energy. Interaction needs what? There some source, energy of source of energy is required or not? What is the source of energy? No, AC or DC, two things are available. Am I right or not? AC power generation, DC power generation. What is that AC power generation? Power. What is the DC power generation? Whatever it may be, just leave it now. My intention is not that one. The point is what? Batteries are required or not? Inside the remote controller, batteries are required or not? It is giving some power energy to the device or not? System or not? Understand my point here? The point is what I'm telling to you. If your software and hardware is having more interaction, more energy consumption is going on. When more energy consumption is going on, lifetime of your battery will be reduced or not? When the lifetime of your battery is reduced, increasing maintenance cost of that product or not? Previously, my battery consumption time is what? There 6 months of time. For every 6 months of time, I have to spend 100 rupees of time. But because of this more software and hardware interaction, my battery drain up more. Means that my battery consumption is more. When the battery consumption is more, automatically lifetime of the battery is reduced. When lifetime of the battery is reduced, half of the lifetime is reduced. It means that my maintenance cost is also be increased or not? Previously, for every 6 months of time, 100 rupees is a maintenance cost. Because of this battery drain up more, for every 3 months of time, I have to put what there? 100 rupees of time. So maintenance cost is very, very important or not? All right, sir. Now here the point is what? If the, because of this particular reason, what Sun Microsystems thought of it, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language, it must have less power consumption. That new programming language must have what there? Less energy consumption. It should have less interaction with the hardware components. Within less interaction with the hardware component, it has to perform the required activities. Because of this particular reason, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. It must have less power consumption in order to provide lesser maintenance cost. Lesser maintenance cost. In order to provide like what the lesser maintenance cost. These are the three features they want to include inside like what they're a simple programming language. Guys, I'm telling you still, this is only paper plan still. It is not like any like implementation directly. Just they are thinking what we have to implement in our new programming language. Overall, three features they identified. What are the three features they identified? No, first one is like what there a simple programming language. Second one is what there tight coded programming language. Next one is what there architectural neutral programming language. Here, what is the meaning of simple programming language? No, three factors they included. What are the three factors? No, less execution time, less memory, and less power consumption. What is the advantage of less execution time? More performance. What is the advantage of less memory? Less cost for the end product. What is the advantage of less power consumption? Lesser maintenance cost. Yes, sir. All of you are getting it or not? This is exactly the meaning of like what there a simple programming language. Now tell me, sir, what next one here? No, tight coded programming language. What is the meaning of this tight coded programming language? Now I'm asking one question to you. Now try to answer for it. I think so. All of you are having awareness on data structures. In your academics, you might be aware about just name is sufficient, not required to think too much about it. Name data structures, where stack is one of the data structure. Am I right or not? Stack is what there one of the data structure. We know already the stack. Okay, fine. All of you observe carefully. In a C programming language, I want to perform stack operations, for example, in a C programming language. In general, in a C programming language, in stack operations, no, what operations are available here? Now tell me. First one is push operation. This push operation will take nearly 20 lines of code. On an average, 20 lines of code that push operation is able to take. Next one is after that, second operation is like what there pop. Again, this pop operation may take like what there on an average 20 lines of code. Next one is third one, peak operation. Again, this peak operation will take on an around 20 lines of code. To perform these stack operations, totally how many lines of code here we are going to consume there? 60 lines of code here we are going to consume. This is in the case of C programming language to perform stack operations. 60 lines of code. But the same thing if we want to do in the case of Java, how many instructions here we are going to maintain? If you observe this, stack S is equal to new stack object here we created. S dot push finish, my push operation is completed. S dot pop finish, my pop operation is completed. S dot peak, my peak operation is completed. Now tell me here, in the case of Java, overall, how many lines of code here we have taken there? Overall, 4 lines of code. Tell me, in C programming language, 60 lines of code, but in Java, only how many lines of code here? No, 4 lines of code here we have taken. Understand it clearly? If any programming language that takes more number of instructions for implementing a particular requirement, more number of instructions are provided, then that programming language is loose coded programming language. More number of instructions to implement a particular requirement, loose coded programming language. If any programming language that takes a less number of instructions, less code for implementing a particular big requirement, less code, then that programming language is called as what? Tight coded programming language. Now tell me here, between C and Java in this example, which one is loose coded and which one is a tight coded? C programming language is what there loose coded and Java is what there tight coded programming language. Now which one is suggestible for our applications? No, always what is suggestible here? No, Tight coded programming language is what there suggestible. The point is what there, if any programming language takes a less number of instructions to implement a particular requirement. If any programming language takes less number of instructions to implement a particular requirement, then that programming language is like what I'm telling there, tight coded programming language. Tight coded programming language. So because of this reason here, we can conclude that some people wants to prepare a tight coded programming language. Why? Because to reduce number of instructions, to maintain a smart code with this programming language. So we are going to have like what there, this tight coded is one of the factor. This is analysis here what I'm telling there. That's okay, fine, leave this one here. Next one is what there, what next one here we are getting now, architectural neutral. The next point is like what there, architectural neutral. Architectural neutral programming language. Right, sir. Understand this clearly. I'm asking one question to all of you. Please recognize my question. Everybody, understand my question here. Right, sir. Now say this now. For example, one straightforward question to all of you. Try to answer for me. How many of you are from computer science background? Computer science background, please raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Computer science, right? I thought of you now. We are not studying actually. Yeah. Please. Good. What's it? Okay. Good. Nice. All right, sir. So whatever it may be, less members only, right? How many of you are from non-computer science background? Obviously, all remaining members, right? Not required to raise your hands, no. There's hardly 10 members I identified here from computer science. Remaining members are like what they're non-computer science, no. All right, here I can give one conclusion. Some people are having some doubts. Even last 2 days of time, I got this doubt. What is the doubt here I'm getting there? Sir, myself, I'm coming from mechanical background. Am I eligible for software industry or not? Is it possible for me to get a software job or not? Yeah, straightforward information I'm telling to you. If you take any company as an example, or else in every company, computer science students in that company are very, very less. Only it's a matter of 15%. Remaining 85% of the people are from non-computer science only. Clear cut information then. Everybody remember this. So don't have any doubt. Nowadays, even biology, geology students are doing software industry, software engineers job. Biology, geology students are getting jobs in the software industry. Your qualification is not the matter. Of course, some companies will put restrictions, but some other companies are not having any restriction. If you're having really stuff, then they will take you. Sure. Unfortunate thing, you're not aware about it. Even in Amirpet, in some institutes, biology person is taking Java classes. Do you believe that? Well, I'm not the person there. I'm sure about it. Myself is well qualified. MTech, computer science only. Just I'm telling there. Observe carefully. MTech, computer science, and PhD discontinued it. So okay, leave it because of the institute only. One biology person is taking Java classes. Do you believe that? So that's why what I'm telling to you, software industry is an open platform for everybody. Software industry is an open platform for everybody. Everybody or anybody else can come inside the software industry. It will accept. But only the point is what? You must have very good technical skills. Without that, not possible. Simple point I'm telling you. Okay, leave this one. Say for example, now today still demo class are going on. You are attending these demo classes. Everything is okay, fine. For example, whenever you are coming inside the class for a demo class, if I put a board in outside, what is that board is there in outside? Only computer science students can attend my class. Other students are not eligible to attend my class. Example I'm telling there. If I put this board in outside, how many members will come inside my class today? 10 members, hardly 10 members. But if you put a board like what, any graduate is eligible to attend my classes. Any graduate can come and see the content what we are discussing. If you put this notice there in outside, how many members are able to attend there? More members are able to attend now. Now tell me, in which case my requirement is more, my demand will be more. In a less members case or more members case now? More members case. If my services are required to more members, if my services are available to the more members, automatically my services will get more demand or not? When my services are getting more demand, automatically more business is going on or not? For example, if my services are less, is required for less members now, my services are required to the less members now, less demand is going on. When less demand is going on here, automatically less business is going on in general. In the point of business, if we talk now, not only my classes, I'm telling you, in general, in any product, if any product is available, is required to everybody, then it will have good demand. If the product is available or required for less number of people there, then less demand is going on. Yes, sir, got or not? Because of this reason, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. It should not bound with any one hardware system. It must be available to every hardware system. Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. It must not bound with any one particular hardware system. It must be available to every hardware system. Means that what's the point I'm telling there? Its applications must run under all the hardware systems, not only in the computer, not only in the computer, in a mobile hardware system, that application has to be executed. In might be some parking system, parking meters are available, there also be our programs has to be executed. Maybe some traffic signal system hardwares are available, there also be our software, our programs has to be executed. So our applications must run under all the hardware systems, must not be bound with only one particular hardware system. Right or not? So this is exactly the meaning of like what there, architectural neutral. And so my point here, the point is what there, if any application or if any programming language, very clear information, if any programming language allows its applications to run, under all the hardware systems, then that programming language is called an architectural neutral. That programming language is called as what there, an architectural neutral programming language. This is the meaning of like what there, architectural neutral programming language. Of course, Java is a successful programming language nowadays is because of, this is one of the reason, because of this reason also. Because of this reason also, Java is a successful programming language nowadays. Java is having very good lifetime, even when compared with the other programming languages. Other programming languages are in up and downs, but Java is always in a straight line, not in up and downs. Of course, always upward direction only, no downward direction. Because may vary. Why it is no? Because of this type of reasons only. This may be the one of the reason for it. Clear? All of you are getting done. Okay, sir. Good. Then what happened here? What I'm telling there? Just they completed proper plan. They want to have a plan to prepare new programming language. That plan is completed. Now tell me what features that Sun Microsystems wants to include in a new programming language. 3 features. What are the 3 features? No, simple, type coded, architectural neutral. What is the meaning of simple? Come on, what is the meaning of simple? Less execution time, less memory, less power consumption. What's the meaning of type coded? Less number of finished sections, more implementation. What's the meaning of architectural neutral? Able to run its applications under all the hardware systems. These are the things what they want to implement in their new programming language. Okay, fine. In 1991, Sun Microsystems engineers have started to prepare a new programming language. Finally, they started to prepare a new programming language. Answer my point clearly. Next one is what they completed new programming language at the end of 1992. They took nearly 2 years of time. Almost 2 years of time they have taken to prepare that new programming language. At the end of 1992, new programming language was created. Got it? New programming language was created. That's it. Now, what next one came? After preparing new programming language, they had to give a particular name to this new programming language or not? Then people are searching for name for this new programming language. Observe carefully. James Gosling has suggested a name to the new programming language. James Gosling has suggested a name to the new programming language. What was that name they suggested? James Gosling has suggested to the new programming language, that is OAK, OAK. OAK is the name. James Gosling has suggested a name to the new programming language, that is OAK. But what happened there? Sun Microsystems has rejected that James Gosling suggestion. Sun Microsystems was rejected. Why? Because Sun Microsystems found work is a name to the another programming language which was already existed. Guys, observe carefully. What is the point I'm telling here? Initially, James Gosling has suggested a name to the new programming language, that is what their work. But Sun Microsystems has rejected that. Why Sun Microsystems has rejected here? They found that there is other programming language with the same name like what their work. That means Sun Microsystems found work is a name to the other programming language which is already existed. If we give the same name to the new programming language, unnecessarily people thinking may be changed. This new programming language may be the extension of the old programming language. Unnecessarily we are going to lose our identity about our new programming language. That's why Sun Microsystems has rejected the James Gosling option. All of you are getting it or not? Okay, fine. But still people are searching for new name for the new programming language. Observe carefully. At the time of preparing new programming language, all Sun engineers are used to take a brand labeled coffee. Sun engineers are used to take a brand labeled coffee, Java. At the time of preparing this new programming language, all Sun engineers are used to take a brand labeled coffee, Java. By having this, all Sun engineers have requested to Sun Microsystems, have suggested, not requested, have suggested to the Sun Microsystems about the name Java. Understand it clearly. Then immediately Sun Microsystems has accepted the name Java. Because of this reason only now we are having the name is what there? Java. Again I'm telling to you, please remember this. Java is a coffee powder name. Simple. Don't search for any abbreviation for Java. No abbreviation is available for Java. From here directly I'm telling there. Strictly speaking, more clearly if you want to speak out, Java is what? If you speak out more about this, Java is one of the place name in Indonesia. That place is for preparing coffee powder. With the place name only, that coffee powder was provided to the market. Understand my point here now? So there is a background story for the name Java. Like it is not having any particular, like what I'm telling there, abbreviations, no, nothing is available. JAVA, that's it. Java is a place name with the place name, coffee powder is available. Unfortunately, Sun Microsystems cafeteria has used that coffee powder. Unfortunately, all green project people have taken that coffee. They thought of it, they want to give this name, then Sun Microsystems has accepted that particular one. Yes, sir. Got it or not? All right, sir. Okay, fine. Name was prepared. In 1992 itself, name was given. Okay, then after that, what next one here? Sun Microsystems has prepared the very first product on the basis of Java. On the basis of Java, that is star 7. It is a remote controller. And very first product has also been created on the basis of the Java. That is what their star 7. It's a remote controller. Please recognize this point here. Remote controller. Unfortunately, no customer is identified for the star 7 product. For the star 7 product, no customer is identified. No customer is identified for the star 7 product up to mid of 1994. Nearly almost 1.5 years of time they waited for finding a customer, but no customer is identified for the star 7. Up to the mid of 1994, they searched for the customer to take this, but no customer is identified. It's purely failure product. It's a failure product. Now Sun Microsystem is in disappointment. They put very good efforts to prepare this new programming language, but no customer is identified to take the products from on the basis of the Java. It's a failure product. Good. Now observe carefully, all of you know. What is the next one here? I'm telling there. Understand it clearly. Next point is like what there. In the mid of 1994, there is a demand for the www in internet. As part of internet, there is a demand for www as part of the internet. You know, already internet era was started in abroad, in outside of India, right from 1994. When it comes to the India, it takes nearly up to 2001, 2000, 2001, 2002 year. In India, internet era was started on the year 2000 and 2001 only. But in outside of India, internet era was started in 1994 only. That migration time, we can understand how much time it has taken there. Yeah, you know, already at the year 2000 or 2001, I think so your kids might be. By that now, internet cafes are available in every street, yeah, everywhere. 2 buildings, 1 building, 2 buildings, 1 building, internet cafes only. 20 rupees, 25 rupees per hour for half an hour, like the charges. Unfortunate thing is what there, that people, those who want to get some academic results or something else, no, everybody they're standing in front of that internet cafe in the form of lines. They're waiting. I've seen that images I got already. By the time might be some students maximum are addicted for Yahoo chatting. Did you aware about it? Yahoo chatting. Now at present might be you are seeing only WhatsApp chatting, right? Or Gmail chatting, match, Facebook chatting. By the time the very initial, the very much famous one is what there, Yahoo chatting only. There's somewhat what I'm telling there, somewhat a different thing. Talking with new people, completely different people is a different thing. Understand it? So that was the situation there. In the mid of 1994, there was a demand. There was a demand for. In the mid of 1994, there was a demand for www as part of internet. Okay, the key component in www is a browser. So browsers are having very good demand. Okay, fine. In the mid of 1994, there was a browser named Mosaic. It's a very good demanded browser, Mosaic. It was prepared by Mark Anderson. Who is this person actually? Who is an undergraduate student in Illinois University. Okay, as part of his project internship, he went to Netscape Communications, the company name Netscape Communications. For the sake of project work. He went to the Netscape Communications to prepare this particular one. As part of his project internship, he went to Netscape Communications he prepared where he prepared Mosaic browser. Understand it? Yes, what I'm telling there now. Okay, fine. Anyway, more information also I had there. To prepare this Mosaic browser, who took nearly $6.25 per hour, hourly basis. Okay, anyway, that is a famous browser in the mid of 1994. So now here, by understanding, by seeing the demand for browsers, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new browser on the basis of Java. On the basis of Java, okay, immediately Sun Microsystems started to prepare a new browser. Sun Microsystems started to prepare a new browser. That's it. Observe carefully. Sun Microsystems started new browser with the right, sir. Then two members have taken that responsibility. Who are the two members there? Jonathan Payne and Patrick Norton. Patrick Norton. The two members have taken the responsibility of what they're preparing new browser. That's it. Finally, now here, understand it clearly with Jonathan Payne and Patrick Norton. That's okay. Then it is completed. All right, sir. When they completed here, no, at the end of 1995, new browser was prepared, whose name is like what there, Hot Java browser. Because of this name only, most of the people are thinking about it like what there, Java was introduced at the end of the 1995. No, browser was released by Sun Microsystems and its name is what there, Hot Java browser in the end of 1995. Completed. As per the request from the customers, Sun Microsystems has released the very first version of the Java at 1996 January 23rd. The very first version of the Java was provided by Sun Microsystems in the year 1996 January 23rd. That's it. From this point onwards, now what versions are available here? No. All right, sir. Now years, okay, forget it. Now there is a startup year 1996 January 23rd. First version of the Java was provided with the name like what there, JDK 1.0. Then after that, every 1 year or 2 years after, a new version was provided. 1.1 version. 1.2 version is a major version. 70% of the Java at present what we have seen was added with 1.2 version only. 1.2 version. Next one is 1.3 is okay, namesake. 1.4 is namesake. Again, 1.5 version is a major version. 1.0 language introduction. 1.2 major version, second major version. 1.5 next major version. Then 1.6, 1.7 are namesake only. Again, 1.8 is having major enhancements. 1.8. Next 1.9, 1.10 are okay, normal only. Again 1.11, 11th version of the Java is having huge enhancements. Next one is after the 11th, 15th version, that next one. After the 15th one, the 15th version is also namesake but somewhat better. Then after that, next one is what their 17th version. Then after the 17th version, at present what version is available? 20th version of the Java is available, but still it is namesake only. Understand it clearly. So these are the various changes, that milestones of the Java journey, the Java programming language. That's it. Again, I'm telling that just it is only Information purpose, knowledge point of view only I'm giving there. No interviewer will ask questions on this, and no project is going on the basis of this particular data. Just only awareness. It's our minimum responsibility to know what is the background story of the Java just before going to start our Java programming language. Sir, all of you are getting it or not? So in the introduction part, what topic here we completed here? Java history. The topic here we completed. Then the next topic is like what are there? Differences between Java and others. Differences between Java and other. This is the next topic that we have to understand clearly. Differences between Java and others. Right, sir? Now, I want to take this class on tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to start this difference between Java and others. Why Java is so different from C and C++, some other programming languages. What advantages are available? What specific nature is available for Java to have like what there? What I'm telling there, demand in outside. So all the concepts here we are going to understand. Where exactly 9 differences are identified. Each and every difference is one of the interview question there. Every difference is one of the interview question. Once if we complete difference between Java and others, no Java features, Java naming conventions, then what next one can apart from this Java programming format. By that total introduction part will be completed. Then we will start for their first application development. Okay, right, sir. Time to time the schedules I will provide to you. Try to follow the schedules. Easily we are able to complete our content. In less time we are able to finish our content. Okay, right, sir. That's all for today. Then tomorrow at what time we have to come here? 8:40 or 8:45. Between that, I will come and I will take the class. No, don't come at 8:30. Okay. Right, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot. We'll meet on tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Swagatika. Thank you. Yeah, Nikita, then 17th version is better. Then better use 17th version. Anyway, then I'll give that information also. Don't worry. Yeah, 17th version is okay. Then we can include that 17th version. I'm able to do that. 17th version is okay, fine. Better do that. Okay. Anyway, then I'll give that information to you. Then anyway, I'll give information to you. Don't worry. Yeah, George, and please one time just contact with the admin people with these contact numbers. Okay. Just or else maybe send mail or maybe just contact with this number there. WhatsApp this one. So our admin people will be in touch with you. George, please one time. I have old version, whether it is fine. That 13th version is okay, Nikita. It's okay. Just try to use that. 13th version is okay. No problem. Yeah. Then in the first application development, I will show how to do this, everything. Then so that you can plan for it. Don't worry. Okay. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. We'll meet on tomorrow. Tomorrow I will clarify your doubts. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.